What is going on, guys? Chris the Marvel Buff Nerd here. It is about 3 in the morning, and I literally just got done watching episode 1 of Loki, titled With Glorious Purpose. It was 51 minutes and like 30 seconds long. Went by really quick, and overall, wow, right off the bat, Marvel killed it. This is going to be just like my quick off-the-cuff thoughts. This did everything well that I expected, and it did it exceedingly well. The setting, with, you know, the vintage look, the retro 70s attire, and the backgrounds and the buildings and the tech, amazing. Loved every bit of it. Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston, bouncing off of each other with the banter they have. It's like Tony Stark and Stephen Strange in Infinity War. It's just so enjoyable every time they say a sentence to each other. And you've got Owen Wilson taking little digs at Loki, passive-aggressively, just over the episode. Just bam, 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 trying to get into what is really wrong with Loki, what makes him tick, and what makes him do the bad, evil things that he's done. And so the first half of this episode does a lot of things, picking up right after Loki disappears with the Tesseract in Avengers Endgame, and it sets up with his mass and utter confusion about the place he finds himself in, where none of his powers work, and nothing that holds power in the world he's used to has any significance here. This is a place where people have Infinity Stones and Tesseracts from alternate timelines that they've gotten and confiscated in their office drawers and use them as paperweights. Nothing is what we're expecting here. This is a place where somebody can throw a collar on Loki and they have a remote where they can just control him with different time. They can slow him down to like a 16th of speed, and they can sit him back down in a chair when he rushes at him, and they can put him in different places. This is something we've not seen before. This is a completely new place, new concept, new characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's what Marvel does right to keep people coming back for more and guessing. It's not always just the same thing, the same plot lines. You know, they know that the same old smash and superhero punch in the air and fights and stuff isn't always what people want. And I know that's how WandaVision ended, and traditionally that's how everything ends. I really feel like this could be going somewhere else. I'm sure it's going to end up with a huge smash and, you know, fight set piece somewhere in it, but I feel like with the emotional digging into Loki's, like, really what makes him tick and all his past trauma, which was really heavy and I was not expecting at all, I feel like this could have a lot more of an emotional payoff and an arc with where it ends up in 5 episodes, because this is a 6-episode series, all around 15 minutes long with credits, which is a great, sweet, easy, you know, even though it's 2 in the morning, I was able to throw it on, get through it real quick, talk to my Twitch chat. Now I'm making a video about it on YouTube real quick, or for YouTube real quick. So I love that formula. I love the 6 to 8 episodes, you know, 30, 45, 50. If it's 8 episodes, you know, 30 to 40 minutes. If it's only 6 episodes, give me closer to an hour, please, you know, like they have been. So I really like that. And the second half of this episode, you know, after we get done setting up the world, and where, you know, Loki, he can't get out of things by using his tricky tongue, his big fancy metaphors. He doesn't have power over anybody here, physically or emotionally or mentally at all. Nobody cares about his bag of tricks or his shenanigans here at all. And Owen Wilson is so quick to call him out on all of it. And then the second half, or the last 10-15 minutes of this, really, like, Owen Wilson sits Loki down and has a full-on, like, just therapy session with him. Like, what makes you tick? We're going to go down a roadmap of your greatest hits and your best moments. And there's some good, funny stuff in here. And then there's some really sad stuff in here where we see inadvertently Loki causes his mother's death with, you know, how he was being a smartass when he was like, take the stairs to the left to the Dark Elves, where they ended up finding his mother and she got stabbed to death. And that really breaks him. And then we see him just going through these sad moments and just seeing him break down, and Tom Hiddleston breaking out the acting chops here and really just bringing some good tears there, some good waterworks when he's seeing all these moments. And then it all culminates with him seeing himself getting killed by Thanos in Infinity War when his neck gets snapped. It all culminates in that, and there's like something just changes in him, and he's like, whoa, okay, now I see, like, this really is the end of the line for me, and I really should change things. And he really has like this emotional breakdown, and he just kind of he quits fighting, and he's just like, what is this place and what are we doing? Come to find out, there's a rogue Loki from another alternate timeline killing all of the Minutemen is the name of the troops for the TVA. That's what they call them, is the Minutemen. Every time they go to, get this rogue Loki and reset him, capture him and reset the timeline with their cool little reset toys, he kills them in these horrific ways and steals the reset toy. So basically, Owen Wilson is trying to recruit the Loki that we know, that we've spent the entire episode with, that now sees the error of his ways and is having this emotional breakdown and maybe wants to do good now. He has to help Owen Wilson and the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, catch and reconcile with this mean Loki that's on the other side of the pendulum that's killing people. So that, alas, we have our plot and our setup going forward for the next 5 episodes. And that is where we're going to end this review and breakdown and thoughts, because I love it. I want more of it. It did everything well. The chemistry, the setting, the characters, giving me more of certain characters and new characters I've never seen before. Marvel did it again. I can't wait for next Wednesday. And guys, I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, notification bell. You're welcome to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Snapchat, and Patreon, all at Marvel Buff Nerd. I appreciate it. Have a good one.